Hey, what's going on, guys? Union Pacific Omaha here. Now today we are doing another product review. Today over the Athern Ready to Roll SD40-2 with DCC and sound. Now we obviously here have the Rapid City Pierre and Eastern version of the locomotive, which if you're not familiar with that road, which not that many people are, this is a Genesee and Wyoming company, as you can see by the paint scheme, and they operate in South Dakota, maybe North Dakota, and western Nebraska. So somewhat prototypical for my area, even though I live way on the other side of Nebraska still. So we are going to do a review on this locomotive, its details, see how it runs, see what it can pull, and obviously the sound of the unit. So let's get right into it. We're going to start by looking at the nose. Also, before I get going, before I forget, as you can see there's a price from House of Trains. The unit recently came out, I'm pretty sure. So as you can see, quite a high price there. I wouldn't recommend spending more than like 160 bucks on it. It's a really nice unit and I like it, but I really like it's detailed nice and everything, but I don't see it being realistic to pay any more than that. I mean, model trains as a whole, pricing on everything is absolutely ridiculous anyway, because it's little pieces of plastic and metal you pay hundreds of dollars for. Anyway, let's not get on that, but that's what I think would be a fair price. I'll tell you right now, I did not pay anywhere near $195, but let's get into it. Okay, so here, starting at the plow, we have the plow itself. We have operating ditch lights, low ditch lights, obviously. We have our MU cables, air hose, coupler, stuff like that. Pretty basic down here, but it's got good enough detail. We have the MU cable here. We have obviously our handrails here. We got the little chain here, more handrails, and grab irons. As you can see here, this is the like a three-step protection thing. I think that's what it is. Most units have that on them from BNSF. Obviously, like I've noticed being up close next to them in person. I don't know about UP. Moving up onto the nose of the unit, we have the little Rapid City Pierre and Eastern logo. And I believe this is a quail on here. I could be wrong. It says Rapid City Pierre and Eastern. Or it says Rapid City Pierre up here and then Eastern Railroad down here. So we got RC and PE here. We got two grab irons here. Nice molded in detail right down lower part of the cab down there. Not cab, nose. And then obviously on the steps to the cab door, we have a little grab iron there. And we move the unit to the side a little bit. You can see the handbrake. So, looking through my screen, it is very hard to really look at these trucks because they're so dark. But I'm going to try to do my best anyway. So we're going to move on to the side now. Obviously, this is RCPE here, markings, SD40-2. I got 3454. I didn't really care what road number, so I just said, you choose when I was picking it out, and that was that. Most of the detail down here on the trucks is molded in. They have a little bit of few external details. I hope you guys can see that, but it is pretty nice. It looks nice, prototypical. Oh, forgot we got our steps up here. 3 steps to the top. I'm not sure if that's 100% prototypical, but I know they have a hodgepodge of SD40s they've inherited from other roads. I know some are like Duluth, something, whatever, I won't get into that. We do have moving windows here, which mine are a little out of place. See if I can move those back in there. Oop. Okay, I don't want to break it. I'll try to do that later. We have our sunshade here. Not too much detail down here. Anyway, we've got our bell right here. Oh, on the screen, I can't even see it. It's so dark. So hopefully it shows up fine on YouTube. I'm moving down the unit a little bit. We've got our fuel cap here, fuel tank, little gauge that shows you how much you have. 0 injuries. What's it say there? Our goal every day, 0 injuries. I'm pretty sure it says that on a ton of Genesee and Wyoming units. We have obviously our logo here, which looks nice and crisp. And we've got our high reflective stuff for operation during the night or morning, stuff like that. Moving up here, we've got our, to the top a little bit, we've got our, let's see, exhaust here. We've got our radiator fans going back here, dynamic braking, housing. I believe this is an Athern P5 horn sitting right here. I could be wrong, so I apologize for that. Let's move over here a little bit. We have an Operation Lifesaver sticker, which I know they have a lot of those on their units. So then we have up here, we have a handrail here, and let's move to the back of the unit. Obviously very good looking and lots of detail so far. So we have, ooh, that's a bad angle there, much better. Here we have our rear headlights. We've got some grab irons here. Then we got our road number, and then we have two class lights here. Well, former class lights, don't use those anymore. Sorry if it looks like the unit is off balance. It's probably the camera. We've got one grab iron here, and I believe this is the sand filler hatch is right here at the top. We got our MU cable here, more handrails, grab irons, that kind of stuff, and we have two couplers down here, one here and one here. Those are replacements in case it breaks on a car or a locomotive. And then we have our other cables here, air hose, or no air hose back here. Oh, yes there is, right here. And then we've got our coupler, and that's about gonna do it for looking at the details. Overall, I think this is a very nicely detailed locomotive. Definitely not up there with like Scale Train's rivet counter, and maybe it's a little like one step under Genesis, but it's a really nice unit, ready to roll, ready to run, has really stepped up its game in the past few years with models. So that's going to do it for this. Now let's go take a listen to our sounds. Okay guys, so the unit has an auto start, so when you turn on track power, it'll automatically start up. So let's listen to that now. Alright, I'll let you take a listen of the idling just for a little bit. Okay guys, now for the first time for one of these reviews, I actually tried to make it look kind of nice, sound nice with my commentary. So I actually grabbed the right sheet that tells you what every button does. So we have it in forward right now, so I'm going to turn F0 on, which is our headlight. It's nice, bright enough, looks pretty good. Now keep in mind I have upped the volume to the max on this unit, and I also have changed the bell, its speed, and I have changed the horn. So this is not what your model will come equipped with, but here's F1, the bell. Which this is option, I believe, EMD number 4 bell, which you can get by changing it to the CV122 to 12 through 15. So here's F2, which is the horn. I have Nathan K5LA number 1 on here, which is changing the CV120 to 2. F3 is a short horn, and then long horn. So F4, we have to have the unit moving, which is the dynamic brakes. We will get to that once I have the unit rolling. F5, we'll turn on our ditch lights. Hopefully you can see that. F6 is light effect number 2, which on this unit there is no other lighting fixtures, so it's nothing. And then F7 is the dimmer, it will dim the headlight. F8 will mute the locomotive. F9 is not used, F10 is not used. F11 is the brake set or release. F12 is not used. F13 is the couple or uncouple. F14 is half speed and momentum override. F23 is, let's see, what is F23? All aboard or coach doors. F24, 25 is not used. 26 is the RPM notch up. 27 is notch down. 28 is not used. Emergency stop is a red Mars light if equipped. Now, I don't have any of those buttons on this remote, so we will not be able to hear that, but let's get this unit rolling a little bit. I'll turn on the dynamics for you. That's one speed step. Let's go backwards. The unit is pretty damn smooth, and at running, this is notch 1, so it's speed step 1, so it's pretty good. Notch 2, and 3, and it's out of the shot. Bring it back in. Now, unfortunately, as the timing of this video, I really don't have time to get any shots of it running around the layout, so hopefully in my next operating session, I'll have some good footage of it at work. I'll give you one last grade crossing action, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review.